Welcome to the Loving You interview series. I am Rachel and I will be your host for this series. I am the founder of Under the Dancing Tree, School of Sacred Dance and Healing. And this interview series will be conversations with well-being and holistic practitioners all around the theme of self-love and self-care. And this is really about opening up, positively contributing conversation to discuss all of the tools that are available. I have just completed facilitating a 2-week love letter activation in my private Facebook group. And this was an activation exploring all of the different ways that we love ourselves or that we don't love ourselves. So looking at our love language and our love actions. And a few things came up within that activation for many of the ladies within that group. And there were some running themes that led me to think, wow, we need to talk more about this. One of the things that came up was a lot of us actually put caretaking others as a higher priority than looking after ourselves. And you can probably relate to this, that, we can be really tired sometimes, yet we'll still always do something for somebody else. The second thing that came up was about knowing how to self-care and how to self-love. It's not something that we're necessarily taught or even sometimes encouraged. And it was exploring our love language and our love actions and all the things that possibly we haven't said or have said that weren't contributing, and all the things that we could say in the future, and all the things that we could choose for ourselves that are most loving, most caring, and most nurturing for ourselves on all levels, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. And another thing that came up was about just exploring those tools. Some people have a few tools that they know really work well for them. They're feeling like they need some self-care and self-nurture. They know straight away what to go to. But sometimes it's something that isn't practiced enough for us to know what we actually need. And how often do we listen really deeply to ourselves? Very often we have different expectations or conditions that we have around what is meant to be self-care. What does it look like? What does it feel like? And also we have labels that we give ourselves, and we feel almost obliged to those labels sometimes, that we stick to them and we limit the possibility. An example of that is I am a dance teacher. It's one of my branches of Under the Dancing Tree. And I've been teaching for belly dance and Polynesian dance and healing dance for 15 years now. So you might assume from that part of my self-care kit is dancing. And sometimes it is. Some days dancing is the way that I find myself letting go or coming really deeply into my body, into my heart center. But sometimes I don't want to dance, and dance is not what serves me most. I need something completely different. So have you ever been obliged to the label, of being someone who does yoga or someone who likes to walk? Well, actually, there's so many other things that are possible. And part of self-love is really acknowledging the fact that we change, and every single day we are different. So we need different things every single day. And self-care and self-love will look very, very different every week, every month, every year. And it's understanding that it will grow with us as we grow. So this interview series is about really, we want to add to this toolbox of what we have available. So at the moment you might have 3 or 5 things that you think, okay, that works. For me, that's really nurturing, but maybe there's other things that you want to explore if you really listen deeply into your body. When it comes to thinking, what do I need today? Something might come up that will surprise you, or maybe you just don't know. So by talking to all these other people, they're going to share what they do, their journey with self-love and self-care. And they're going to share some of the tools that they offer to their clients and the people that they facilitate. So we have lots of different options, and you can listen to our conversations, what we're discussing, and something might resonate with you today. It might resonate with you in a week, 2 weeks. You can keep coming back to these, so they're all going to be recorded. They'll be here on YouTube forever. And you can add to your toolbox. You can see if this would be something you would like to try. And you can dip in and out. So think about it as a huge buffet. And we're going to lay out all of this different food for you. And you can keep coming back to this buffet, and you can decide this week, yeah, I really need this. Or it might just perk your curiosity. We invite you to listen to your body, listen to your heart and your soul. And if something really resonates and you think, wow, I really want to try that, or even just have a go, even if you're not quite sure, then this will be open there for you. So that is my intention, to open this toolbox and buffet so you can expand and explore the way that you care and look after you. So you are very, very welcome to join us over the next few weeks and to listen to these conversations and really just take in what resonates, and maybe be open to all the possibility to expand your toolbox to maybe 100 things, 1,000 things, 1,000,000 things that you could take in, add your toolbox to look after you, to love you, to show up for you, and use them to meet yourself where you're at whenever you need. Okay, so lots of love. I'm looking forward to seeing you soon and joining you on these conversations on this series. I shall see you very, very soon.